What would life look like if we didn't have phones anymore? Imagine you had to send mails to everyone. So, today we'll talk about imagine that all the phones were destroyed and we didn't have any more phones. There are a lot of people around the world that still don't use phone. In this 21st century, you have to use phone. Phone has become part of a person's life. But we know there are so many old people that still don't use phone. Really, is it that hard for people to use phone, or they just don't like it? Imagine that you didn't have a phone. You wouldn't be able to contact people. It would get twice as hard to contact people because in this 21st century, we all use phone to talk to people across the world. Either we text message them or voicemail them or anything. But imagine not having a phone. It would be really hard for people to contact people, and it would make it really hard for everyone to get connected. Let's talk about different things that people use. With phones, it's not about just contacting people. It's about using a lot of different features, such as, wouldn't it get hard for people to travel somewhere? Because usually people use Google Map. Just imagine that you didn't have Google Map. You didn't have your phone, so you couldn't use a Google Map to go somewhere. You would probably get lost. Imagine going to a new city, new country, and just finding your way somewhere, and all you had was a map on your hand, a physical map. Life would become really hard. I think phone getting destroyed would be a worse scenario. Can we think of some positive points if phone gets destroyed? Yeah, we can, but are they really that positive? Yes, teenagers would stop playing video games. They'll concentrate more on their schoolwork. But is it that worth it? Is it worth destroying phones just for that reason? I don't think so. You would still have laptops. You just won't have phone, iPad or tablet. But just imagine carrying around a laptop everywhere. In a car, you would need to have a laptop just like all the police does. If you went out for a walk, you want to hear the music and you would need to carry around a laptop? Life would become really hard if we didn't have phone. Let's not think of this, but still, if there was no phone, life would be so hard for people. Just carrying around laptop everywhere wouldn't be that easy. It would be so much inconvenient. But hey, that would be the only option we would have if phones get destroyed. If we talk about some business end, then we do have some consequences. What do we have now? A lot of wireless companies would get closed. If we didn't have phone, why would a wireless company like AT&T, T-Mobile would still have employees? I don't think so. That would really cause so much trouble. That would probably cause a huge inflation or a huge recession. It could be anything. Phone getting destroyed could probably change everyone's life. Maybe it could be even worse than coronavirus. So just thinking of this makes us feel like, oh wow, this would be a big deal. But hey, this is just imagine that this happens. And that should be all for today. We thought about something big today, phone getting destroyed. And see you guys later with another Imagine That video.